Hi everybody, it's Mimi and it's Thursday and I'm in my kitchen. Thanksgiving is almost here, so last week I did mushrooms for you and a cranberry orange relish, and some people have made that already and said it was really delicious. So don't eat too much of it close to Thanksgiving or it won't be so special. That's what I like to do. I eat it all year round, but before Thanksgiving I like to abstain a little bit. So now in this next section I'm going to make you stuffing, because what's Thanksgiving without stuffing? And I swear this is so delicious. Stuffing used to be my favorite part of Thanksgiving, but now we're going to make a raw stuffing for you. And I've started a few things early. You have to soak a quarter of a cup of walnuts, a quarter of a cup of almonds, and a quarter of a cup of pecans for like around 6 hours. If you do it 6 hours, you can drain it and put it in a little container overnight, so you can do it in the morning. You can chop it up, and I like to chop each one of those separately in my food processor because they have different textures and I don't want them chopped too finely. So this is the texture I like. It's coarse. I don't know if you can tell, but it's coarse. So I chop the walnuts separate, the almonds and the pecans separately. And then my other favorite thing, which I've told you how to make before, is sprouted wild rice, and I put that into a mason jar, wild rice. Cover it with water, put the lid on, and stick it in my dehydrator about 110 degrees. The next morning you have this beautiful little wild rice that's all broken up and puffed up and great. So I put that in the blender separately, and I throw my garlic in here, and you're going to use 1 clove of garlic. Don't worry about writing all this down because I always post these recipes on my website, youngonrawfood.com, and also I post the products that I use, and my book is there, Live Raw. Okay, so I've chopped this up just slightly, this wild rice. It's coarse, very coarsely chopped. I love the taste of this in here. So that's got the garlic and that chopped together. And then here are all my spices. I've got oregano, and I've got, I've got sage that I took out of the garden, oregano, rosemary, and parsley. That's all of this. And this is my great little scooper, which is actually a pastry tool. So I've chopped all that up by hand, and I like it by hand because I don't know how you used to make your stuffing, but I always like the chunky parts of it. The apple, the celery, the onion, that all got cooked in really nicely. Here's the apple, half a cup. Everything's about a half a cup, but I'll have that recipe posted in time. I usually put raisins in, but I'm out, so I'm going to use a little bit of cranberries. You just need a little handful, quarter of a cup. Let's see what else I need to put in here. A little S&P, of course. Did I mention rosemary's in here too? I think I did. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little water, because you always have the water. Now, this is good all by itself, but I like to warm it up a little bit. Let me see. I'm going to put in a little water, and I think I'll throw in a little bit of, just a dash of this gluten-free tamari, which I didn't have in my recipe, but I don't know. While I was getting it already, I thought I'd bring it here. A little olive oil. Okay, now I'm going to stir this up. You can warm this. It's starting to look just like stuffing that we all know and love so well. It's really, really delicious. You can eat this as a salad if you want, but if you warm this up in the dehydrator in a glass baking dish, that's all you need to have it warm. If you don't have a dehydrator, you can put this in your oven in a baking dish with the door open, and just make it body temperature. Don't try to cook this down or you'll ruin what the idea of raw food is, which is to have all the enzymes. So this is the stuffing, and I'm going to come back in a minute and I'm going to show you how to make the mashed potatoes that are no potatoes. Okay, I'll be right back.